Monday, March 10th. Welcome to another weekly vlog. It's about 25 to 3. I've been up since about 7:30 this morning. I've done quite a few things on my list and I've just come back from town. I've had a meeting with my friend Kerry about the yarn bombing event. And I've done a little bit of knitting while I've been out, which is quite nice. It is chuffing cold. Yesterday was so beautiful. I actually sat in the garden for about an hour and a bit with a little glass of white wine and my knitting in the sun. It was beautiful, but gosh, yeah. Oh, really wrapped up warm. I've got paper crafting tonight, so I might take you with me. We're doing a card. Hazel has sent us the photo of what we're going to be making. It looks quite a complex fold. The stamping and colouring I think is quite easy, but quite a complex fold. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah, it's funny going out on a Monday though. I like my Mondays in front of the telly without hubby being here. Anyway, I'll have a little sit down and a chat with you now and a cup of tea. Oh, hello. So I've got a cup of tea. It's just a weak black Earl Grey. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you're having a nice day. Got some interesting news to share with you at the end of today's little clip. So yes, I've just got back from town, as I said, and I thought I'd just talk very briefly about, it was a couple of weekly vlogs ago when I went to Daventry and I went to the bookshop Suddenly on Sheaf Street. I'll link that vlog in the description box. Suddenly on Sheaf Street is a lovely little independent bookshop in Daventry, and they have taken over a building that is historically absolutely beautiful. It's got nooks and crannies, uneven floors, really old wood inside. I'll put a little tiny clip perhaps of the shop on here now. Anyway, I didn't really talk about it in that particular vlog because I think at that point I had hurt my back. And actually my back's hurting again today. It's not good. Anyway, the people there were absolutely lovely, and if you are in the market for a really nice book for a gift or stationery, because they do beautiful stationery as well, I can recommend that shop. If you don't live near Daventry, they do take part in an online bookshop where if you put them as your preferred bookshop, they will get the money for the book, if that makes sense. So I do go and support them because I do think it's really important that we support independent booksellers. So yes, all kinds of categories of books downstairs and upstairs, but also upstairs, beautiful stationery selection, notebooks, and then yarn and other crafting materials such as tapestries, and I think there was some cross stitch, and there were some little packs of Liberty fabric as well. Lovely. And I didn't really show you what I bought from there. I bought a pattern book, which was an impulse purchase actually. There are some sweaters in here that I would probably do, and there is a jumper that I would like to do. I think it's in 4-ply, but they hadn't got the 4-ply of this particular yarn, but I'll have a look and see if there's anything in stash, or I might even do a colour fade or something, because I've got some bright pink, bright orange, and also a variegated that's got the bright pink, bright orange and bright neon yellow in it. So I might do some kind of stripy thing with that. We'll see what the construction of this is. The cat is very interested in the bird feeders at the moment. Then I like to, when I am blocking my yarn projects, I like to use this no rinse wool wash. This is a particularly beautiful fragrance called Jasmine. Smell? It's really nice. The lavender I've got is a bit, it's not to my taste, so if I'm doing something for people as gifts, I give them that. Then I bought a little roll of washi tape. Yes, that's the right way up. Lovely faces. I'm a bit close to you now. Let me move back a bit. So yeah, that was quite reasonably priced. Was it £2.95, £3.95? Can't remember. £2.95. Yeah, really nice. In fact, I'll leave that out to add to my washi tape thing. And then I had to buy a ball of signature, or a ball of souvenir. I'm so tired. A ball of souvenir yarn. This is West Yorkshire Spinners signature sock. And yes, I won't be casting on with this until after the yarn bombing event, but I'm going to knit myself a pair of socks, I think, for the winter. And I liked this one because I loved the colours in it, and they had a sock knitted up in this particular colourway, and it gives a really nice pattern. So that was what I bought from there. And then I will talk about this at more length on my other channel. But 2 weeks ago today, February the 23rd, 4th, I went to the CHSI trade show at the NEC with my friend Lou, and it was very interesting actually, and I will talk about that in more detail when I do my next knitting podcast, because there's haberdashery and yarn stuff on there. But suffice to say that I bumped into an ex-student from my Daventry teaching days. So we'd gone to the NEC, we'd got off the train, we'd walked quite a way to the arena that this particular trade show was in, and we were gasping for a coffee, so we were lining up at Starbucks for a coffee. I don't like Starbucks, but it was all that was available at that time. And I was standing in front of Lou, and I kind of turned around to talk to her in the queue, and then there was a woman younger than me, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, younger than me but still an adult, if you know what I mean. And then there was a young girl in a really beautiful costume, and she was looking at me really quite intently, and I said, I don't know whether you can hear the cat meowing at the birds. There is a lot of bird activity. I said, I feel like I know you. Did I teach you? Did you go to school in Daventry? And she said, yes, you taught me GCSE Expressive Arts. And I said, I recognise you, but I can't remember your name. So she told me, and she won't be watching, but Alexandria, Alex, it was lovely to bump into you. I'll put a little clip on now of our conversation. Monday, February the 24th, I'm at the NEC with my friend Lou, who's sat in front of me, but I've ran into an ex-student called Alex, and I'm going to switch you around a minute so you can see the full extent of her loveliness. This is one of my ex-students who I taught expressive arts to many years ago, maybe not that many years ago, seems a long time to me, and we're going to this stitching creative hobby show, but I'll switch you around and show you what she's wearing. So, talk to me, my lovely.
So, I made this skirt myself, drafted the pattern myself, and yeah.
And you're a costume designer now?
I am a costume designer. I work for Imagine Theatre in their wardrobe department, and now really enjoying my job. Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing to know. My friend just said it would be so fulfilling to bump into an ex-student and see them do something that you've helped maybe inspire them to do, and you look amazing. It's really gladdened my heart on this rather bleak Monday. So it always gladdens my heart to see students that I've taught in the past go on and be successful in something that I've hopefully helped inspire them to be. And Alexandria is the most talented dressmaker, designer. That dress that she was wearing, as you could tell from the clip, she cut the pattern herself, she sewed it together herself, and to work as wardrobe mistress for a theatre company, wow, what an absolutely wonderful job. So it was fantastic to bump into her. And March is craft month. So do get involved with some kind of craft. And those are some of the craft shows that are on at the NEC, or things that you can get involved with. So that is that. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you much longer today, but you know that 2025 has not been a brilliant year for me. Didn't really talk about it, but at the start of the year, early in January, it looked like I was the victim of some kind of motor vehicle road tax scam or fraud. I had notification from the DVLA that I was no longer the registered keeper of my vehicle, and that that they presented me with a refund for the road tax that I paid. And yes, that hadn't happened, so I went through a right rigmarole of getting that sorted. That was number one thing. At the end of January, you know, my mum passed away. That was another thing. Then about 2 weeks ago, I hurt my back, suspected slipped disc. And then it looks like I'm going to be losing my job. And for those of you that have been with me a while, you know that I am a teaching assistant in a school that I used to actually teach in through an agency. And all of the agency staff have been given 4 weeks notice as of March the 3rd. So we have done a week. Well, I've done 2 days. I actually haven't been given my letter yet, but yes, not quite sure how I feel about that, but I will talk about that when I've come to terms with it a bit more. But yes, it is a bummer, an absolute bummer. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going paper crafting tonight, as I said, and I'll be back maybe Wednesday. Back to school tomorrow. 11th of March, it's about 7:45. I've been awake since 4:30. Sad to say, back is hurting again. Had a lovely time at paper crafting last night. If I remember, when I get home, I'll show you what I made. Really interesting card fold I'll do a tutorial for. So yeah, I stayed up really late actually for me. I'm really into a programme on Netflix called Toxic Town. It's based on a true story from the 1970s of a cluster of women in Corby who were affected by toxins in the soil and the water, and dust from reclaimed ground from a steel works, and their babies were born with deformities, and sadly one of them died. They were so poorly. And yeah, I'm just really into it. It's got Jodie Whittaker in it, who was the first female Doctor Who, and I don't know the actress's name, but she was in Sex Education. Yeah, so I stayed up late to watch an episode of that. And yeah, my back was hurting, so I went to bed with an ice pack, and it's still sore, so I'm just going to take it easy today. Yeah, I've got 9 working days left till I finish, but I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. We'll have a little coffee tomorrow, or perhaps even when I come home from school today, although I've got to stay for a meeting until 4 o'clock, so we'll see, and then I've got to get some dinner. Might go to Sainsbury's. I'm feeling a bit profligate. Yeah, it's very cold, and don't know what else to say. I'm going to go now. Have a coffee at work. I've got my knitting. Fingers crossed. I think there was a Year 10 English mock exam this morning, because they do their English literature GCSE in Year 10, and I'm hoping that I will be in the exam scribing. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'll be back later. I've just got in the car to go to evening knitting. It's Wednesday, the 12th of March, about 4:45. Look at the colour of that sky. Yes, I think I'm going to get very, very wet. I'm sorry I've not spoken to you much over the last couple of days. I've just been incredibly busy. Bit of car footage. Sunday, March 16th, is it? Yeah. Not got a scrap of makeup on. My hair is all over the place. I'm not washing and showering at the moment because we are going to light a bonfire in the garden. It's chuffing cold out, really cold. Anyway, I've just been to Aldi to do a bit of shopping, but yeah, we're going to light a bonfire in the garden to burn some wood from the apple tree that hubby and Harry chopped down. It's been a very silly vlog this week. I've not had much chance to film, and it's really bitty, but I'll get the shopping home, show you what I've bought, and then I'm going to have a coffee and have a little chat with you, I think, before I go out in the garden in the cold and burn wood. So yeah, go home now. I'm back. Not a lot to show for £43. No. I don't know how much everything cost individually. I think the white wine was £7, the red wine was £6. I thought I'd try this Greek yoghurt with honey. My dad has the Yo Valley one. and I thought I'd give that a try instead of my luxury yoghurts. See what I think. I'm fancying fish, so I've got some tuna. I might do a tuna and pasta bake. I had a tin of red salmon a couple of weeks ago and made 3 sandwiches out of it, and it was lovely, mashed up with vinegar and salt and pepper. Chicken stock pots to go in our chicken and rice dish tonight. Garlic, wonky blueberries, milk. This was really expensive actually. Hubby will tell me off probably. These suet balls cost £5.15, and I'll probably get through one of them in a week. Some bunches of daffs, they were 89p. I've got 3 bunches to replace some flowers that are dead over here. They've done really well actually. Yeah, bread, long grain rice for tonight. The chicken thighs, they were over £4. Rainbow salad, coffee beans, and this was a indulgence purchase, Biscoff milk chocolate. Very yummy. Anyway, I need to go outside and help burn things now. I am exhausted. It's about 1:30 now, so I've done some shopping for tea, as you saw. The boys are outside burning things. I've shown you a little bit of burning things. I smell really smoky despite not having been out there for very long. Yeah, tired. I've been saying for ages that I'd show you the card I made at Paper Crafting on Monday, but I haven't, have I? Had a really nice time actually. I'm going to make this card with a couple of my girls at school, I think. That's the back of it, to write your message. I haven't got this stamp, it's a Julie Hickey stamp. I've inked around the edge in, oh gosh, was it Mowed Lawn? I think it was Mowed Lawn. And then I've coloured the flowers, this is the front, I've coloured the flowers with Distress Oxide in Picked Raspberry and Kitsch Flamingo, I want to say. And then it opens up like this, so it's kind of like a double gatefold kind of thing. And it's got panels on the back there. Well, are they panels on the back? Yeah, they've become panels on the back, those side bits. And happy birthday. Yeah. So that was a fun card to make. I need to work out the dimensions so I can cut stuff to size for the kids at school. You will have seen this by the time this goes up, but that's my art club page for Woolly Steph Art Club, and the prompt was purple. Had fun making that, although it was a very chatty video. Sorry if you watched it and your what's the word I'm looking for? Oh God, I can't get my words out, I tell you. I'm sorry if you lost half an hour of your life that you're never going to get back watching that. Harry is putting together a slideshow for my mum's celebration do, which is going to be in April. So we've cracked on with organising that, and we've got a venue. Invitations have been sent out. I've got quite a lot of RSVPs in. It's only going to be quite a small affair, I think. Yeah, but looking through old photos, it's a shame that my mum cut into this. How many would it have been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There would have been 48 pictures of my mum on this originally. Can you see? Don't know whether it's focusing, but we've used one of those photographs on the invitation, which Harry put together for me using a template online, which was lovely. But I wanted to talk to you about work today. So, I'll tell you the number of things that have gone wrong in 2025, and it's only March already. You couldn't make it up. You really could not make it up. So if we start at the start of the year, I had a suspected vehicle tax scam fraud thing, which caused a lot of upset and inconvenience. Didn't lose any money. Then obviously Mum passing away. And then my slipped disc. Woodpeckers just arrived back on the tree. Slipped the disc, and then it looked like I was going to be getting 4 weeks notice from work. Oh my, and I've been not brilliant with money in 2025, but I've budgeted, and I have had a few spendy spends, but they are kind of allowed spendy spends, if you like. And then I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to do that if I don't get any money. And I was going to say to my boss, please can you just keep me on till the end of the academic year? But anyway, it seems like they want to keep me on. And I've been asked if I would consider going permanent, and I've kicked back against it for all these years because I felt that I needed the flexibility. I currently work 3 days a week, and my boss has said, what about if you do 2 days a week and I make it all craft and chat intervention? So basically, I would go into school for 2 days a week and craft all day, which would be rather nice, wouldn't it? And the other big news is that I was trying to do a pension forecast for my teacher's pension, and in my head I'd got down that it was going to be really bad, and yeah, anyway, when I went to look at it, the site was down for maintenance, sod's law, and then I managed to get on Monday, and it's not as bad as I think it's going to be. So I am going to investigate taking my pension in June, which will give me some extra money, so that'll be really nice. But this week's vlog has been a real roller coaster of, I don't know, lots of chat, lots of little bits. I will try and do better next week. What's coming up next week on the crafting front? We will be pulling for the new art club prompt on the 20th of March. I'm going to do a flip through of Hazel Eaton's new collection. What else? Oh, we've just thought I need to do a couple of VRs, but I'll do those separately. Have I got anything coming up next week? I don't think I have really next week. I think it's going to be a fairly quiet week. But yeah, I'm going to round it up there. I'm sorry it's been a boring one. Fill the comments in for me of some of the exciting things that you've done this week. And next time you see me, I will hopefully have washed, well, I will have washed my hair. I smell of bonfire night. But yeah, I'm going now. Do take care, everybody.